Hello Capricorn, welcome to your latest reading where I make some quick fire predictions around what's coming up for you this November and December. So what is yet in store for you for the rest of this year? This style is going to be a little different to how I usually read for you on a monthly basis here, Capricorn. If you're returning, you'll know that I kind of veer towards some sort of more of a shadow work, deep dive, maybe a kind of all-encompassing soul growth. Well, at least that's how I like to think that I read for you guys. The reason I want to switch this up a little bit is because I'm over 40 weeks pregnant now, and the veil is very thin for me, therefore. And we're coming to the end of October, the veil is thinner anyway, and transiting Neptune is back in Pisces for the last time in our lifetime, where it's coming up to conjoin my late degree Pisces sun. So the last time that Neptune was on my Pisces sun, I was also pregnant, and my predictions were really accurate. Yes, the veil was just thinner overall for me, and I felt as though it was more, I was having more prophetic dreams, and I just thought, why not capture this window of opportunity by hopefully providing a spiritual and practical service to the sign of Capricorn. Let's jump in with 3 cards for November 2025 for your sign. In reverse, 2 of Pentacles, the World, and the Ace of Swords. I will clear up the World, so I'm pulling 3 cards, but if a major arcana comes up, for sure I'll go deeper into that. So, I've been saying this, the earth signs, the earth element, yourself, Virgos and Taurus, like, you guys are going to have the most amazing end to 2025. I see that a little bit more than what I've seen for the air and water signs so far. I mean, not that there was anything fraught or scary or anything like that. It's just that for some reason it seems like the earth signs are thriving the most towards the end of this year. There seems to be more opportunity for them still in store, more still, less of a winding down. There's still more to kind of capitalize on and really begin. Like, there's still so much that you can be initiating and planting seeds for. Things are still really happening for you. There's still a lot of life in your, well, I've just done November, but we'll see what comes through in December. And the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, just in terms of your precious time, your precious energy, even, your money and your finances. When the 2 of Pentacles reverses, it is asking you to use your discernment a little bit more about where you're allocating and where would it be best to spending your time, your money, your resources. Father of Pentacles coming through with the World card. Okay, so I don't think it is really about your finances. I think that is an area of life this November that is very much strengthened for you. So this could be a time in November where you have actually surpassed yourself and your financial track record and history. You're making some sort of a noticeable, either you're seeing it in your statements or you're just making a statement about who you are in the world. Father is the kind of king energy, King of Pentacles, Father of Pentacles, about your position with your value and your reputation. And this is very much cemented in a way this November where people really know what you're all about, and that there is a really lucrative culmination on something. A deal is closed, an investment is made, an agreement, some sort of an approval or a loan or some sort of, ability to pay for something or buy something that has a quality of endurance and safety built in. It could be a home, it could be a car, it could be an investment in, I don't know, something like that you want to study, or an investment in yourself somehow, a coach or something like that. Making investments in your health would be good in November, but it starts by being discerning about where to spend your time and what's a bit of a waste of time for you at this point, Capricorn. I think you know that there's something that's kind of wasting your time, wasting your energy, draining you. The Two of Pentacles in the reversal, it's like something is dying a death here, metaphorically speaking, of course, and you know it is, and it's time to accept that that can be not necessarily killed off and totally, but it can take a back seat. It doesn't really have to be your number one priority. I think you're smart about those things as well, or at least you value results. Like the World card is the last card of the deck, so we're seeing a major payoff coming your way in November because you're finishing a huge goal, something very ambitious, something that you have been really like trucking away at, and it has been an effort for sure, but it hasn't been just entirely grueling and it's like this suffering and kind of like slog effect. It has been an effort, but it has come also with like major payoffs along the way, by way of like that sense of security or well-being or reputation. Something flying out of the deck. It's the Fool upright. So it's interesting, you know, the World is the final card, the Fool is the 1st December, then, or whenever you do bring things to their most high, kind of their all-time high for some of you, record setting, record breaking, personal bests in November. You kind of get this yearning to rediscover or be more of an amateur or novice again, where you're kind of like, you know what, I've never tried, you know, to rock climb, or what does the Fool, they're walking off the side of a cliff. Yeah, cliff climbing or something. I've never done anything like that. Like you're excited and eager to be the newbie, the rookie again in an area of life, because I think you've reached a point in November of, personal greatness, personal best, especially when it comes to your career, your finances, and where you're at and where you want to be in your personal viewpoint of success. Now, the Ace of Swords is great because it tells me that you have something unknown occurring this November too, which comes with a major insight, a eureka moment, some sort of a aha, like you're walking down the street and the penny drops. So keep your mind open, because there is some major breakthrough that's happening for you mentally. It could be getting you out of a mentally binding situation or something unproductive or repetitive, or it just could be the answer that you've been searching for comes out of nowhere seemingly. It's just channeled down and it's like lightning strikes, everything is illuminated, the path forward is there. Oh, now I know what to do. Thank you, God. You're like, this is amazing. I get it now. So coming through in December, a bit more contentious, the 5 of Wands in reverse, 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, 10 of Cups upright. Okay, we're happy to see the 10 of Cups as some sort of a peaceful, harmonious resolution, because that was looking a little bit touchy there for a moment, but it might be quite touchy in December. So there is something that is troubling your mind. Now, the Ace of Swords in November doesn't necessarily have to be right at the end of November, but it might be the awareness that's shifting for you. in terms of like, okay, yes, I get it. Now I know how to triumph over this adversary, this confrontation, this conflict, this discord in my life. Now I know how. So November is very much like a realization and a breakthrough. And I think that it's like, okay, great, we have a breakthrough, we understand. But with the aces, it's like, yeah, but it's not just a breakthrough and understanding of clarity. It's like, now I know what to do about it. And that has also, when you take the ace, you have to work with the energy of this. But when you do get the breakthrough or the understanding or insight, usually I think what happens when I see aces come through, it's like, if you work with that and take action and respond to that and align with that, then you yield positive, tangible results. But you have to make the effort. The realization on its own is not enough, if you know what I mean. And maybe it falls into your lap, good news, a way forward, whatever. But you have to then apply that. So in December, something does seem to be, for the most part, difficult and worrying because you don't know how this will be resolved for a certain amount of time. And I think looking for this, Mars in Pisces, the dissolving of conflict, that's the best way forward, isn't it? Right? So everyone can be happy. Everyone is a winner. But when we're in the thick of it, sometimes it's very hard to find a solution that, it's like, okay, so everyone's a winner. But fundamentally, there is always a potential for that. Well, there's a potential for everything. So if there was a potential for everybody to feel heard, seen, celebrated, respected, and the outcome to be as good as it gets, that would be the way to go, right? And that could be what's so stressful and depleting, probably. This is frustration, It's like banging your head against a wall. This is very repetitive and cyclical and unnerving. So chances are in December, how to make everybody happy, yourself included, how everyone is a winner here, how everybody sort of finds a piece of resolution or dignity or best case scenario for themselves, will present itself, but that has to be more of a priority, I would say. The Five of Wands in reverse, tensions will simmer down as the month of December goes on. The fight won't be as important anymore, the competition. Now this might just be that, things are very much dialed up towards the end of the year for you in terms of, okay, personal commitments. Sometimes it can be kind of aggravating to be boxed in with, maybe it's people that you usually spend holidays with, or there could be a lot of sort of disagreement and quarrel energy for you. And this also could just come up with like some rivalry, sibling rivalry, competition at work, or it's like a time of the year for you where typically things kind of get a little bit more competitive or edgy. There's a certain edge in December, but overall, like the reversals of the Five of Wands and Nine of Swords together might show that this is on your mind less and less as the conflict seems to smooth its way out. And actually, like the Ten of Cups says, there's a major resolution in store here. This would be about the end of a cycle 10, so the end of a long-standing emotional situation regarding family members, regarding children, whatever it may be. The Ten of Cups suggests that, hey, do you know what is possible here? Forgiveness, overflow, joy, bliss. So instead of losing sleep over the kind of the edginess itself, trying to find a way that everyone celebrates the outcome. It's very hard to find that sometimes because, you know, we can really kind of get tunnel vision on satisfying our own ego and not considering the kind of unity of the situation and our place in the world and a kind of higher vantage point, because, you know, we are responding, or maybe more so reacting, if it's anything like the Five of Wands, from a place of fear. And if we can potentially respond from some other place, you know, maybe a little bit more here, I would say it might be easier to find a solution where everybody is pleased with the result. Okay, and that's what I'm going to leave you with, Capricorn. I'll talk to you soon.